Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pacers Daily. I'm your host, Hery Acosta. Game 3 is tonight at 8:30 here at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Let's talk about some keys to this game. One of the things that's really helping out the Pacers a lot is the fact that they stole home court. If it wasn't for that Game 1 victory comeback, it would be a lot different right now. We would be talking about how the Pacers could even survive this, rather than how can they just take advantage of the fact that they were able to go to Oklahoma City and actually steal home court, something that Eastern Conference teams haven't been able to do in the last year, which is beat the Thunder at Paycom Center. So, all starts with game 1. Pacers were struggling, ended up with a huge comeback, won game 2. Pacers struggle again. This time they were not as lucky. Series goes into Gamebridge 1-1. Now to keep momentum, Pacers will have to step up in front of their home crowd, take one game at least. There's a good chance that they take both. Pacers have been great at home all season. In the playoffs, they've been pretty balanced on both. They've been very good at road and at home. But in this series, it's all going to come down to how the Pacers actually end up playing at Gamebridge. We're going to see them step up. You know, the Pacers love going in front of their home crowd and putting up some big performances. Game 4 against Cleveland, the 40-point lead at halftime. No one saw that coming. That happened at Gamebridge. Pacers closed out the Bucks and the Knicks series at Gamebridge as well. So big moments here at Gamebridge. So all starts with that home court advantage, and then it leads into our star players. Siakam and Halliburton have to show why they were all NBA, all stars. Siakam must show why he was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Halliburton must show why he almost won that MVP. He was one vote away from winning it. It's been a rough series, but the team is picking it up. They missed out on 110 points, which is it keeps the streak alive. As to games that they win, where they score 110 in every game that they've won. They've failed to score 110 in every game that they've lost. That 110 number is actually going to be huge in this series because they won game 1 after hitting the game winner to put them over 110. So that interesting little sidebar. But Halliburton has been on and off this series so far. He had a big shot in game 1, which put him at top of the Finals MVP conversation. Now Shea's back on top just because of that game 2 victory. But it all comes down to how Halliburton and Siakam end up playing. The role players are going to do their jobs, but it all depends on how they can piggyback off of how Siakam does, how Halliburton does. A good game for Halliburton in these two games would be averages of at least 16 and 10, maybe even closer to 20 and 10, which is stuff that we've seen Halliburton do multiple times. We saw what he did in game 4 against the Knicks, playing a perfect game, that 32, 12, 15, 4 steals, 0 turnovers game. Not saying it's going to be the easiest to do against the Thunder because their defense is so locked down and they've been double, triple teaming Halliburton at times. But if he can find that open guy, hit those shots, it's all going to go well. Another big thing will be that the defense has to step up a little bit. Players like Shea, J-Dub, Chet, they need to be locked down. One of them will have a big game. That's just how the Thunder operate. And it's most likely going to end up being Shea. Shea's always going to have a good game. But a player like J-Dub and Chet, very good players, not as consistent as Shea. We saw game 1 how both of them struggled to really do much on the court. Game 2, both of them showed out. If all three are playing great, you're not winning the game. But if one or two of them are being locked down and aren't a factor, that gives the Pacers a lot more chance to actually come out on top of any of these games. So it's gonna have to be Miles and Siakam are gonna have to figure out how to get Holmgren off the court early. Get him in foul trouble quick. He's a good paint defender, not the best perimeter defender. Does pick up a lot of fouls. He's a skinnier guy. Someone like Siakam and Turner can bully him in the paint, but he also is pretty strong driving down the court. So just to get a body on him. And with J Dub, we know how J Dub operates. J Dub's a great player, can shoot from anywhere, but he's a guy that's also been kind of struggling with his efficiency, but he's opening up the game, getting a few assists. He's grabbing some rebounds. Also, they must watch Caruso. Aaron Wiggins had himself a game in game two. All these players need to lock them down. The Thunder need to shoot below 45%, maybe even 46, 47, if the Pacers really want to get this game too. And this is the most important. We got to be more efficient. 14 of 40 from three is abysmal. We can't. Yes, 14 threes is good, but we can't shoot 40 and not even get close to 50%. So, kind of really need to just step up, make sure if you're wide open, you got to hit that shot. There was way too many times where a Pacers player was wide open. Turner missed some wide open threes. Toppin missed some wide open threes. And Nembhard was missing some wide open threes. If you're open, you got to capitalize. The Thunder do not leave players open much, especially on that corner three. You got to hit that. Corner three is the shot that kills the Thunder. We saw it in game one. That corner three was killing the Thunder in the fourth quarter. But all starts with efficiency. That also transitions into defense. So you get a fast break opportunity, turn that into some quick points. Your turnover, turn that into some quick points. That adds to your efficiency. But when it comes to being efficient, it's all got to start with a three-point line. Pacers have been one of the best three-point shooting teams in these playoffs, in the league. Anybody on that roster can shoot threes. McConnell doesn't shoot threes as much, but he can make them. But everyone else on that team can catch, shoot, can create their own three. So it's just a matter of how they operate and how they can just get all these shots to really go down. We saw Neesmith has been playing very well from outside the 3-point line. So as Nembhard has been hitting some clutch shots. Turner's been on and off, but still shooting very well. Siakam as well. So we just gotta make sure that every player's locked in and that they know what's at stake. This is the NBA Finals. This is the toughest stage of it all. So the Pacers will just have to utilize some of these keys and just make sure that they can get this win. But as always, I am Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. You know what I say? Boom, baby. Let's go Pacers.